Hello fellow dragons, it's Shane from Astral Dragon Gaming, and today we're doing a review on A Long Way Down, a deck builder created by various people. If I just pull it up and get the information again. The developers are basically Maple Whisper Limited. The publisher is Goblin Studio, who is the people that gave me the review code for this. It's an interesting game, it's a deck builder game, and it's also a sort of choose your own pathway sort of game, but I'll get more into the detail about that. I'm not much of a deck builder game person, personally. They just don't inspire me in the way, and I can't say I'm the best person to review these things, but when you get a code and you get a game for free, you may as well have a look at it and see what it's all about. It is in early access. It does come out for the summary price once we click the store page and see where we're looking for it. It does come out at the introductory price of $25.95, which is a bit steep, but this is the thing about buying for early access. Who knows, when it comes out of early access, it might actually cost less. Who knows? So, deck builder games, on in general sort of frame, anyone that doesn't know what it is, you can basically collect or sacrifice various items in the game to collect cards and make cards that will assist you in the battle. You're limited to a certain amount of cards to go into the battle, and you need to use those cards in order to fight your opponent with various spells, attack abilities, defense, buffing, so on and so forth, even trap skills. The enemies vary in skill and ability as you progress in the game. Now, A Long Way Down is a very nice looking cell shaded game. It's not overtly over the top. It has a nice sort of animation, good motion. I find that the animation in battles are a bit stilted at times and not very oomph, but that's not such a bad thing, not really a big game changer. The game also allows you to get companions as you progress through the game as well, which look very nice and add to that sort of repertoire of how you look in the game and everything. Your character you can customize with various weapons and armor and whatnot, which will buffer the character, and when you look at it in that respect, it looks quite good, and I don't think it's that bad. It's not the game that's going to kick ass, it's not the new Yu-Gi-Oh!, it's not even Magic the Gathering sort of thing. It's a very small sort of RPG-like game that's got its own sort of little thing, and I kind of like it. I'll have a listen to the music and whatnot, and we'll get back to it. I'm not going to talk about sound and music very much because it doesn't do a lot. It doesn't really make a big difference. To me, it's passable, it does all the bits and pieces, has a nice sort of crisp clasp when you use a card to hit an enemy and whatnot. I love the sound of the tiles clicking into place in the map, and yeah, it's an alright game. It's alright sound wise and whatnot, but nothing that's groundbreaking or anything. It's an enjoyable game that you can pass a few hours with, and the sound and music and whatnot sort of matches that from strength to strength. I'm not a great sort of deck builder player. I really must stress that. And if I was more, I could go into the more sort of nuanced mechanics. But again, it's what it is. Now a little bit about the story and the overall sort of gameplay and the gameplay loop. You play as a guy that died. You died and you are now in the afterlife, but you now need to find your way through the afterlife, and you are assisted by a priest who is channeling your abilities from Africa somewhere. You will meet other people that have been lost along the way and are dead, and in the whole sort of scheme of things, you're trying to find your pathway down into the underworld, but blocking your pathway is various enemies, a labyrinth-like thing that you have to build pathways to get from one section to another, and also you need to be able to lay down traps before enemies make their moves. There is a lot of different things in this game that are interesting and are well worth the note, because you can set up a set of platforms that are in front of you, because you collect the platforms as you go, and you can set them up as a blocking thing, as a pathway only for you, or even as a trap for in case you know when an enemy is going to move in the pathway that you're trying to travel on. All these kind of things are very interesting, and it's a great sort of mix of these different elements that will eventually make into a very good game. I am kind of bummed at the difficulty spike that kind of happens very early on. You've gone through about 3 missions, which is your basic tutorial system, and then you met with a big uber boss, which is supposedly the first one that you have to really face in order to get past into the next section of the game. And all of a sudden the game just goes from, oh yeah, it's alright, yeah, you just go through battle, and then just hammers you, and you basically start again, and you have to try and get back through. You can go back and grind through previous missions in order to get more experience, get more items to craft better cards, and getting better tile sets so that you can have more choice when you get your tiles each time they're stacked out, which come out as random from the collection that you have. And yeah, there are great elements here, but that difficulty spike that just happens is really bad, because you have to kind of go back and grind to get more levels, get more experience for the items that you're wearing on your character, and also grind a lot of cards so that you can get the dust that's from the cards to upgrade the cards itself. And yeah, that early on grind sort of thing, that just really threw me for this game. I enjoyed what I was playing, and it wasn't too difficult to understand. It was very simple to sort of play and get the hang of. But that difficulty spike just throws it right out for me. I like the idea of the game, I like the concept of the game, but they have to readjust both the difficulty and the reward structure that you get for succeeding in each battle. You also have a health bar which does not regenerate by itself. You have to actually either use healing cards and whatnot in the battle, or you have to use very limited items that you get while you're going through the game. There is a store that is in every level that you can sort of spend stuff on, but still kind of that niche point where it just gets that edge to it that I'm not really happy with. and I'll be happy to see when they finish the full game. But again, this is early access and you get what you get. So I'd like to hear from you guys and hear from other people about this game. If you like deck builders, does this game look appealing to you? And if not, what's a better deck builder game that you like to play? Also, I'm up in the air about grinding. Like, grinding is a necessary thing in games sometimes, and I have to agree with that. But is it necessary to grind straight away in a very short period of time in a game? Like, Dark Souls does that, but it pulls it off in a much different way. And it's more enjoyable. This was very sort of arduous and clicky and very unpleasant, which I kind of got annoyed at. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all on the next video. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Bye for now.